What's going on, everybody? Jordan from Haterade Cowboy Cinema, Haterade Cowboy. We're here at CEDIA 2023 in Denver, Colorado. And right now, I'm at Just Video Walls with Skylar. We're going to talk about some micro LED walls. What's going on, man?
Yes, sir. Yeah, thanks, Jordan.
Yeah, so...
Welcome to CEDIA, everybody. I interrupted you. You're still going.
No,
Go
no.
ahead.
Go ahead, man.
Okay.
I was just going to say that micro LEDs, I think a lot of people know what they are, but why don't you kind of explain for the audience what that is, because some people may not know or know the capabilities of it.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Thank you for that intro, and welcome to CEDIA, everybody. This is our debut year at CEDIA 2023, so we're very happy to be here. Very thankful for people like Jordan to come by and give us their time. So micro LED is, the best way I can explain micro LED is you think of OLED TVs, but on a ginormous and scalable platform. So we have directly lit LEDs that are all the color, RGB spectrum, everything, but scalable to huge sizes, endless capability. So if you look at this giant wall behind us, this is made up of a ton of tiny little tiles. And all these tiles come together to form one really big image. Now the beauty of this is you get really good looking image because again, it's like that OLED direct lit. However, the benefit is you don't have any glare on this display, incredibly wide viewing angles, and again, size. So when we're talking about micro LED, we're talking about any size that you want. So what we're telling our dealers and our customers, and what the dealers are selling micro LED as, is no longer a 16:9 panel on a wall. Okay. That's the wrong way to think about micro LED. This is more like a canvas. This is more like, hey, what is the size wall that you need for your room?
So it's scalable.
And it's not just a TV either. Like, we don't just have to play TVs and movies on a micro LED system. For example, like this portrait system over here.
Okay.
Now this is a unique application that's only possible in micro LED, right? So what we're showing is, we're showing different pieces of artwork displayed underneath a reflective surface. And you can imagine, like, you could put this in any room in the house, right? Like you could put this in a dining room, you could put this in a living room. It doesn't have to be this size. You could make it bigger, you could make it smaller, but you can see the versatility of micro LED. It's not just a TV on a wall, right?
Right.
Does that make sense?
So somebody might ask, is there a size that's unattainable? Because you're talking about scalability and customization, and somebody might say, nah, you can't get 300, 500 inches.
Right.
Is there a limit, or?
There's no limit to micro LED. In fact, like, I'm sure you've probably seen that big sphere that they did in Vegas, right?
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
It's a gigantic screen. I mean, there's no limitations. Really, it's just physically how much can you fit in your environment.
Okay.
Right? And I'm from Texas, so like, bigger is always better for me.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Right? Like, and that's actually one of the beautiful things about micro LED is, like, it's not even a resolution conversation anymore. Because look, like, if I'm looking at this screen right now and I don't see any pixels on this screen, it doesn't matter how many pixels I add to that screen, it will not change my viewing experience whatsoever.
That's awesome.
And that's how we're coming across in this category. We're saying, look, first of all, this is not a 4K TV. Now, technically, this is a 4K resolution, but like, you don't look at it and sell it as a 4K TV.
Right. Okay.
You sell this as a crazy awesome viewing experience, right? But you base it on viewing distance. Okay. So at what point do I not see the pixels anymore?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Beyond that, size is just about detail. So if I want to see more detail, like, for example, in this feather, if I want to see all of these little fringes and all of these little details in this feather, I need to increase the size of the screen.
Okay, that makes sense.
So for example, back to this one over here. This is a 1.8 pixel pitch, right? So this screen right here, if I'm standing right here next to it, I can see all of the pixels. Now that might not be a deal breaker for some, but some people might look at it and be like, standing here, that's not okay. But if I back up to right about here, all those pixels are no longer visible. So on this 1.8 display, if I move it down to a 1.2 and my viewing distance is standard from back there, it's not going to do a bit of difference for me. That's how micro LED works.
Okay. So basically, whatever size you want, There is no, no, we can't do that. It's
Right.
all depends on your living room or your home theater room or your bedroom, however big you want to go. You can basically fill up the whole wall if you want, right?
Exactly, which
Yeah.
which is exactly what we call this right here. It's a full
Oh,
wall.
we'll show
Yeah.
you some B-roll of this thing because it's massive. Now, what's the size of this screen that you have on display here?
So this big wall is a 230-inch display,
Okay.
and it's not exactly 16 by 9. We did that on purpose because we wanted to show that the screens don't have to be 16 by 9 to be really cool. Now that's about an 18-foot wide screen. It's 9 cabinets wide by 8 cabinets tall.
So you measure it by cabinets.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a couple ways you can do it. I mean, obviously, it's the core of it is going to be size, like inches, feet, millimeters, meters, whatever. But it's configured by cabinets because again, you're stacking the cabinets and then you're stacking the modules inside the cabinets.
Okay. Now, if somebody asks, what is a, and I guess you can't really have a ballpark cost because it's expandable. So, I guess give us an idea. If someone wanted to do the same size screens that you have here, about how much would that cost?
Right. So this screen right here at a 1.2 pixel pitch, 238-inch diagonal, not exactly a 16 by 9,
Okay.
is around $360,000 MSRP.
Okay.
Which is more than a
Right.
lot of people
It's not
can.
cheap.
Right. It's not cheap. It's like for some people, it's like house, wall.
Right.
Not everybody's on the same page, right? Some people are obviously living a much more advanced lifestyle than you or I are, but something like this may not be the same price. And that's the whole point of micro LED. Like you can make a really expensive wall that's an incredible experience just like this, or you can make something that's a really cool application, but it's a lot more palatable for you or I or the average consumer, right? The same thing's true in home theater, right? Like
Right.
you have entry-level projectors, right? You have entry-level TVs.
Everything
and
can be
and then you
entry-level.
can scale up to insane levels beyond that, right?
Trade-off. You know, you can spend
Trade-off.
$30,000 on a processor.
Right.
And some people will be like, whoa, that's too much. Just give me the $1,500 processor.
Right. So the same rule applies with micro LED. You can scale that as much as you want. So this is the cabinet that goes in the wall. So you stack these cabinets up just like Legos, right? You can make whatever size and shape as long as it's built off of these cabinets. Now here at Just Video Walls, we have unified all of our cabinet structure to use the same exact cabinet for every technology, every pixel pitch, all the screen types and technology that we offer are all unified in this one cabinet. So when you're building it, or when your dealer is building it, they stack these cabinets up on the wall to whatever size screen you want, and then these modules go inside the cabinet and stack like Legos. Now I'm doing this one-handed. So just like that. And so when the modules go in, then you get an image on it, and then you just continue building the screen out until you have a fully seamless surface all the way around like you see on the wall behind me.
Awesome. Well, Skylar, if there's not anything else that you want to tell the people.
I did want to tell the people something else.
Okay.
So why would you buy from Just Video Walls and not another big name brand,
Good
right?
question.
That's probably an objection some people have, my guess. Well, the first thing is, like when I first came on board, you know, I saw this name Just Video Walls and I thought, you know what, that kind of sounds like Radio Shack, like 1980s, like what is like, I want a cool name, like
Right.
something that sounds like technology, right? But then I got to thinking about it and I was like, you know what? Like our name tells the story because we don't sell washing machines. We don't sell refrigerators. We don't make cell phones. We do one thing and one thing really, really well.
Yeah.
And that's video walls. The micro LED systems we got on lock. We spent 3 years QCing all of our products, making sure everything was perfect. We are the official wall of a lot of retail environments.
Okay.
And we've had our walls out there for a long time, 0 issues. From a company standpoint, like we're here to educate our dealers, to give the consumers, your audience, the absolute best experience that can possibly be had. And the tools that we're putting in place to empower those dealers is going to guarantee that all of those customers are going to get the right wall for their environment. Because the Just Video Walls, like we do not care about a transaction. Like
Right.
we're not here, we don't feel entitled to anyone's business. Like that's not how we work. Like we're here to educate and help the dealers be successful
That's
because
awesome.
we know that when the dealers know how to do something, when they know about a product, when they have the tools behind them, they can create incredible experiences, and that's what we're all about.
All right. And so if somebody wants to purchase one of these or find a dealer, where can they go to find out?
JustVideoWalls.com, and you can find us on Instagram /JustVideoWalls. Same thing on Facebook. LinkedIn is probably the same.
Yeah. Well, I'll get all the links from me, and I'll make sure to
Awesome.
post that stuff down in the description, guys. So let me know what you get. Let me know what you think about this incredible wall. If you can see it, it looks absolutely beautiful, and the fact that you can scale this to whatever size you want. So if you're in a home theater, you're not into the projection, you want to go even bigger, Just Video Walls can do it for you. Skyler,
Awesome.
appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Jordan. Appreciate
Sure.
it. Yeah.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.